Thank you very much, JD. Thank you, Lynn, for all of your years of hard work and service to the Massachusetts STEM community. Now I'd like to introduce Howard Elias. Howard is the president of Dell Services and Digital, supporting customers across the Client Solutions and Infrastructure Solutions groups. Previously, he was president and chief operating officer of EMC Global Enterprise Services, where he was responsible for setting and driving strategy, creating best practices for services that enabled customers' digital transformation and data center modernization. Please welcome Mr. Howard Elias.
The job is more exciting than that description makes it sound, I assure you. Well, good afternoon. It's great to be here, and welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Mathlete competition. And I also would like to add my congratulations to all the award winners here this afternoon as well. Also, a special thanks to our hosts, the Massachusetts Business Roundtable, the Massachusetts STEM Advisory Council, and UMass Donahue Institute. Dell is honored to support and partner with MathCounts again, a great organization dedicated to promoting math education and math literacy. And Mathletes, a surprise for you all, today's winning student will be awarded a brand new Dell laptop computer. How's that? All right. Now, we're certainly here to enjoy a spirited competition, but more importantly, to support STEM education. STEM jobs are outpacing U.S. jobs growth substantially, up 79% since 1990. And this trend is expected to continue. In our industry, the skills gap is actually increasing at a rapid rate. And these are good jobs. 93 out of 100 STEM occupations had wages above the national average. At Dell, we recognize the value of STEM education and are proud to support initiatives like this that encourage students to explore these fields. And having been in STEM my entire career, I can also tell you it's rewarding and a lot of fun. So with that, I want to now introduce Kristen Chandler, the Executive Director of MathCounts, to set the stage for today's competition. Kristen?
So my name is Kristen Chandler. I'm the Executive Director of the MathCounts Foundation, and I want to thank Dell for having us here, and I want to thank all of our mathletes who you're going to be meeting in just a second. And they've given me the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about what MathCounts is for just a few minutes. At MathCounts, we are all about kids who love math and kids who fear math, and all the kids in between. And so how we go about this is we have 3 amazing programs that are for kids in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So any of you with middle schoolers, I encourage you to look up mathcounts.org, see what we've got going here. If you're with elementary school kids, hopefully you can get them plugged in and sign up for our programs when they're in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We have 3 programs, and probably the best known program is our competition series, and that's what we're going to kind of show you a little bit today. If you're familiar with the spelling bee, which a lot of people are, you know that the spelling bee kids, they start competing at the school level, and then they advance to the local level, then the state level, and then the national level. That's what MathCounts does too, but it's for math. And what you're going to see today are the kids, 2 of them actually, advanced to the national level last year. These are kids from Massachusetts, and we were fortunate enough to have them here. So the only thing about this is I don't want people to feel discouraged. Like when you see this going on up here, this is like elite. But we definitely want kids at all levels of math to come in and join the program. The second program we have is the National Math Club. And that is a completely free program, and that kind of seems too good to be true, but that's because we have a lot of corporate sponsors who want that in every school possible. So if you register for the National Math Club, we send you all the materials you need to hold math clubs with your kids in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then there's prizes and awards if you have so many meetings. So I'd be happy to talk to any of you about that if you're interested. Are we good now? All right, we'll advance. And then our third program is the Math Video Challenge. And this is a program where groups of 4 kids form a team, and they put together a 5-minute or less video showing the solution to one of our math problems. And don't think like Khan Academy where you're standing in front of a board. This is like movie making. So it's really cool. It gets the kids to work on those 21st century skills of communication, collaboration, and creativity. And again, that program is completely free. So I encourage you to look into that, and we're in a booth in the other room next door if you have any questions about that. But this is our reach right now, and we're always trying to grow it. So if you have kids who might be interested, I would encourage you to check it out. Now, we are so excited to have 8 mathletes as well as 8 STEM professionals here to kind of put on a little, I guess, show for you, but it's just to demonstrate how hard they've worked. This is called Are You Smarter Than a Mathlete? And I get that for the marketing purposes. It kind of sounds really exciting, but I kind of have a problem with Are You Smarter Than a Mathlete? Because I will tell you that while I'm sure all 8 of these kids are very smart, they've put in the time, they've put in the dedication, and they've worked incredibly hard. And I know they have coaches who put in a lot of time with them too. So this really has nothing to do with smarts. And that's what we also try to get across to a lot of our kids and our coaches. This isn't about your innate ability level. This is about, are you willing to put the time into something that can be tough, but is so rewarding, and it's fun, and it's kind of nice to be challenged. And so that's what MathCounts is about as well. So we're going to change the name of this. We're going to change this to, are you willing to work as hard and dedicate as much time and put yourself out there as much as a mathlete? And so I thank all 8 students for doing that, and I thank their 8 adult partners who are going to come up here with them. And with that, we will get on with this. We've got a bracket style format. This is what we do again once you get to the final level of our competition series. So we've got our bracket here, and I'm going to call up our first 2 teams. So could I have Isha come on up with her partner, Ellen Cummings, and Aiden, if you could come up with your partner, Nadeem Sikandar. Come on up. Oh, yep, bring your name tags with you. I should mention that our students today, they're from R.J. Gray in Acton, Massachusetts, and also from Jonas Clark Middle School in Lexington, Massachusetts. And Massachusetts tends to do, I'd say they do pretty well. In the past, we've had MathCounts national competition for 35 years. We have had 3 national champions from the state of Massachusetts over those years, and we have had 4 team champions from Massachusetts. I believe the last 2 years were in 2012 and 2013. So Massachusetts is incredibly strong. We were excited to come here. All right, so I'm going to ask Isha, I'll start with you. The nice thing about our mathletes too is they're not just into math. They're into a lot of really exciting, awesome things. And Isha, I happen to know that you are in the production of Annie at your school. Is that correct? Okay, yeah, get on that microphone. You're the star here. Okay, have you already done the production, or is it coming up?
It's still coming up.
It's coming up. Okay, and what role do you play?
I was just a low-key officer, but...
The low-key officer. Well, if I'm remembering Annie correctly, you have the scene where Annie has just found her dog?
Yes.
Okay, and are you using a real dog?
Yes, we are, so it'll be very exciting.
Okay, very cool. That's nice. Okay, and then Ellen, can I have you go ahead and introduce yourself and just kind of say what your connection is to the STEM Summit?
Hi, my name is Ellen Cummings. I'm the Director of External and State Government Affairs for Verizon, and we are a sponsor and a longtime supporter of STEM programs in our foundation.
Awesome, thank you so much. All right, and then we'll come over here. All right, Aiden, I have in my notes that you want to have a career in AI. Is that true? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and so what do you have something like you hope to address with artificial intelligence?
Not really anything in particular, but
It seems kind of cool. All right, and that's actually what MathCounts, and I think all of STEM education is about, is to keep our kids' opportunities open, and so to keep them on that path where they've got lots of opportunities out there. All right, and then Nadeem, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brings you to the STEM Summit?
Yes, my name is Nadeem Sikandar, and I'm a principal at a local school here in Worcester, Al Huda Academy, and we're very excited to be here. STEM is always our thing. We're deeply connected with WPI as well, and we are here to support STEM. So thank you for having us.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and test the buzzers. Isha, would you go ahead and test your buzzer real quick? Awesome, we got it cleared. And then go ahead, Aiden, you would test your buzzer? All right. And adults, I'm sure you might buzz in too, but we're just gonna test the kid buzzers. I think their buzzers might be a little more active. So just to kind of set the stage, we're gonna ask some questions. We're gonna do a best out of 5 for this round. All right, best out of 5. They'll have 45 seconds to answer the question. If one of you buzzes in, the other team should keep working, because if you get the answer wrong, then the other team still has time to buzz in. You are working as a team. All right, so I will tell you that, and I think that's all we kind of need. These kids are pretty experienced with this. All right, adults, are you ready? Okay, we got the thumbs up. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna go on my ready to go slide. Okay, and they've got screens up here so they can see the question. And the first question is, on any given day, the probability of rain is 40%. Aiden. 16% is the correct answer. So we have Aiden with 1 point. Let's get to our answer here. All right, we're gonna go on to question number 2, and that question is, Natasha completed a 3-mile hike in 90 minutes. What was her average walking speed in miles per hour? Aiden? I'm sorry, that is not the correct answer. Isha? 2 miles per hour is the correct answer. All right, so we have a tied score of 1-1. Ellen is giving congratulations. I like it. All right, we've got some teamwork going on here. That's the correct answer. And our next question is, when x equals b over the quantity 2a and y, okay, Aiden. 1/8 is not the correct answer. Isha? 8 is the correct answer. Nicely done. All right, so you can applaud. That was pretty awesome. All right, so we have Isha with a score of 2. Aiden has a score of 1. And the next question is, a route from point A to point B is shown in which you start at A, travel 4 miles east. Aiden? 15 miles is the correct answer. Nice job. Okay, just so you know, these are not like, they don't know tricks, right? This isn't what's going on. They have not seen the questions before. Aiden, real quick, how did you get that answer so fast?
So you draw the distance from A to B, and you find that you have a triangle that has side lengths 9 and 12, and then use the Pythagorean theorem and find that it's 15.
Nicely done. All right, Pythagorean theorem there. Like it. All right, so our score is 2-2. This will be the final answer question if we get a correct answer. Here we go. Define the operation A # B equals A squared plus Aiden. 30 is the correct answer. So Aiden and Nadim, how'd that feel? Good. They're nicely done. All right, so Aiden and Nadim are going to go on into our semifinal matchup. We're going to have you exit the stage now. I'm going to thank Isha and Ellen. Thank you for coming up. All right, and we're going to bring up our next 2 partner pairs. We have Adve and David, if you guys could come up, and also Jeff and Kathleen, if you all could come up as well. All right, they've got their name tags. We'll put these other ones. Yeah, we'll get rid of Doug there. All right. Okay, Jeff, since you're sitting earlier first, we're going to ask you your first question. It says you love video games. Is that okay? Favorite video game?
It's called Vainglory.
Oh, I was guessing Fortnite, but not Fortnite. Okay, Fortnite is yesterday. Is that? Or
No.
No. Okay. All right. And would you like to make video games at some point, or?
I guess, why not?
Why not? There you go. Love it. All right. Oh, Kathleen, we lost you here. All right, Kathleen, would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Certainly. Kathleen Malone. I am a math educator and STEM curriculum specialist at our school, Derby Academy, on the South Shore in Hingham, Massachusetts, and I was the 2017 Massachusetts STEM Teacher of the Year.
Awesome. And I think you might have a MathCounts connection?
Yes, we do. We have a very robust math club and math team at Derby Academy. Proud to share that our school has gone gold for the last 3 years, 3 years consecutively.
Perfect. So yeah, the National Math Club has different levels of activity, and if you're a gold level school, that means you've had a big enough club and they've all finished the gold level project. So that's a big deal. So thank you for supporting that. All right, and on this side, Adve, do you have your... Yeah, you don't want to be Aiden. All right, here we go. Awesome. Basketball dude. Is that what I hear? Okay. I'm a basketball coach myself. Do you prefer to play zone or man defense? Man. All right, and what's your position? Shooting guard. All right, man of little words. You just score the points. I like it. All right, and then I'll introduce your partner. We've got David here. David, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Dave Magus. I'm the STEM liaison at Brockton High School, and I was the 2016 Math STEM teacher.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, we're gonna get started, and I'm already gonna say, I feel like, Adve, you've got a little advantage in this one, but Jeff, I have faith in you. This is about basketball, here we go. When dribbling a basketball up the court, Gloria dribbles at a rate of 2 dribbles for every 3 steps she takes. Yes, Adve?
34 dribbles.
34 dribbles is the correct answer. Nice job. All right, so we have a score of 1-0. Plenty more questions. Here we go. The next question is, if the mean of the following set of 5 numbers is 1.5 times the mode, what is the value? Yes, Jeff. 70 is the correct answer. How many of you had that? The coaches, okay, all right, 70 is the correct answer. Very impressive, great job. We have a score of 1-1. This is a little more old school question for you. Paul's age is 7 years, less than twice Rod's age. The sum of their ages is 20. How many years old is Rod?
9.
Adve, yes, the answer is 9. Nice job. All right, so we now have a score with Adve and David have 2 points. All right, Jeff, we're gonna get our second point here, I feel. Kathleen, here we go. The next question is, if b to the x over 2 equals 8 and the quantity b to the x equals y, what is the positive? Yes, Jeff. 4 is the correct answer. Nicely done. We might use all the questions. All right, so we've got a score of 2-2 in our best of 5 matchup. And our next question, the deciding question is, what is the value of the square root of... Jeff? 3 is the correct answer. Nicely done. All right, so we're gonna have Jeff and Kathleen will advance on to our next round. We're gonna have you guys take a seat just now. Thank you very much, David and Adve, I appreciate it. All right, and let's get our next group up. We have Kira and Howard going against Sophie and Lynn. So come on up, you guys. Typically, I would say that schools participating in the MathCounts competition series, and we provide a lot of the review materials and the practice materials, typically schools probably spend about an hour to an hour and a half a week preparing. I will say, knowing these 2 schools, they spend a little more time than that. And as impressive as this is, I will tell you that the questions students have to answer on the written test is much more difficult than what you're seeing here. This is kind of just the fun, quick pace round. All right, so we are gonna we'll start with Sophie. So at age 8, you had an accomplishment that most people will never, ever, ever have. Do you know what I'm talking about? What was that?
I earned my black belt in karate.
She earned her black belt. That is awesome. And I hear you're going for one in a different, okay, and can you explain the difference between the 2?
Yeah, so I'm earning a second black belt in a different style of karate, and I would say I'm about halfway there.
Wow. Okay, that is very awesome. Congratulations on that. All right, and over here we have Kira. Kira, I hear you're a science fiction fan.
Yeah, I am.
All right, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of Will Wheaton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on Star Trek Next Generation as Wesley Crusher.
Okay, so he actually moderated our national competition countdown round last year. So that was very cool that we got to meet him. And when you said that you were a Star Trek person, I figured you'd probably know who he was. So very awesome. And I'll ask our adults to introduce themselves, although they've both kind of been up here already. But Lynn, did you want to say a few words? Congratulations on your award.
Thank you, and this is very impressive. I am bowled over by these kids. Wow.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And we've already met, and I am equally bowled over.
There we go. All right, here we go. The next question is, one day, Sam spends half of his money on lunch, then a third of the remaining money on... Sophie.
48.
That's not the correct answer. Then a third of the remaining money on ice cream, leaving him with $8. How many dollars did he have before buying lunch? Yes?
24.
$24 is the correct answer. Nice job. The ice cream is reminding me of the ice cream they have out there. We'll have to stop and see that in a minute. All right, so we've got a score of 1-0. We're going on to question number 2, and that question is, if A star B equals A plus B minus 1, what is the value of 5 star 5 star 5 star 5 star 5? Sophie.
21.
21 is the correct answer. Nice job. So we have a tied score here of 1-1. Good job, Lynn. All right, we're going to go to our next question, and that question is, how many unique 6-character codes can be made using each of the characters A, B, C, 1, 2, and 3 exactly once? Yes, Kira.
720.
720 is the correct answer. Nice job. How did you do that?
So there are 6 different choices you can have for the first one, and then 5 for the next, and then so on. So the answer is 6 factorial.
Nice. Thank you. So yes, it's not just guesses and it's not just tricks. It's a deep understanding of problem solving. And special kudos to the coaches who are getting this through. So great job. All right, so we have a score of 2-1. We're going to go on to our next question. And that question is, what is the sum of the first 7 terms of the geometric series 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 and so on? Kira.
127.
127 is the correct answer. So Kira and Howard, you guys have 3 points, so you have won the matchup. Good job, Howard. Sophie and Lynn, thank you so much for participating. Oh, we're gonna have to skip that one. All right, we got all sorts of stuff going on up here. All right, so can I have Daniel and Aaron, and then Anish and JD? Can you guys come on up? All right, we've got all sorts. All right, so now we're good. Got it. All right, so Daniel, it said that you like to go on Wikipedia and check things out.
Yes.
Do you make corrections?
No.
Okay, so, all right. So how do you get to be one of those people? Because we have all sorts of errors on our Wikipedia page, and we don't know how to deal with that.
You just sign up.
We just sign up. All right, so Daniel, you're assigned to checking that out for us. Would you mind doing that?
Okay.
Awesome. Daniel, I should mention also, and I should have mentioned it with Jeff before, Daniel was at our national competition last year. So even though MathCounts is for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, they all take the same test. So 6th graders are competing against 8th graders. Last year, 7th grade made it to the he was one of the top 4 kids in Massachusetts as a 7th grader. So as an 8th grader, we're excited to see what you're gonna do. And we have Anish over here. Anish, your fact was my favorite. What's your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That was important enough to get in his bio. So I love a guy who's dedicated to his breakfast. Awesome. And you're also the treasurer of your school's student government? Okay. So we're into the money financial aspect. Like it. All right. So welcome to the stage. And then JD, I know you've kind of been on mic already, but if you just want to say a few words.
Yes, I am JD Cheslov. I am the village idiot. I know none of this so far.
I'm sorry, Anish, that you were paired with JD. I doubt it, JD. I'm seeing good things in your future. And then, wow, what a speech. As a former teacher, it's inspiring to hear that. So thank you for what you do. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
I don't think so. I think Daniel's going to take it from here.
All right. Okay, guys. So make us proud here. We're going to go to our next question. We're at 0-0. The first question of the matchup is, if x squared plus y squared, oh my, who's that? Okay, yes.
4.
4. 4 is the correct answer. Nice job. Yeah, you can clap. That was pretty amazing. All All right, so we have a score of 1 to 0. Our next question is, the average of 6 distinct positive integers is 13. What? Anish?
73. Oh, no.
73 is not the correct answer. Daniel?
63.
63 is the correct answer. Nice job. All right, so we have a score of 1 to 1 in our best of 5 matchup. And the next question is, there's 75%, Anish?
4 7s.
That's not the correct answer. There are 75% more boys than girls in the rodeo club. What fraction of the club members are girls? Express your answer as a common fraction. Daniel? 4 11s is the correct answer. Nice job there. All right, so we have a score of 2 to 1, our tight matchup. The next question is, Carla rode her bike for 2 hours at 4 miles per hour. Then she rode 1 hour at 7 miles.
5.
5 is the correct answer. Daniel wins the matchup. So Daniel and Aaron, actually, why don't we do this? Daniel and Aaron, you guys sit tight. You stay here. We're going to keep you here. All right, and we're going to bring up Kira and Howard. You guys can, nice job. Thank you guys for participating. We've got Kira and Howard coming up for our semifinals. All right, so we're going to change the rules for our semifinals. We're going to make it so you have to get 4 questions correct to move on to the finals. Okay. All right. So, Kira, why don't you go ahead and test your buzzers to make sure we're good? All right, cool. All right, Daniel, go ahead, test it. We know it works. All right, awesome. So we're going to be in our semifinal match. Again, you have to get 4 questions correct to win the matchup. Our next question is, what is the 20th term of the sequence -4, -1, 2, 5, and so on, where each term after the first is 3 more than the preceding? Daniel? 53 is the correct answer. Nice job. So we have a score of 1 to 0. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, what is the integer value of n if 4 to the 10th times 8? Daniel?
35.
35 is the correct answer. Nice job. Did Aaron tell you that answer? I did, yeah.
I can't even read the question.
All right, so we have a score of 2 to 0. Plenty of time to catch up. We need to get 4 answers correct to move along. The next question is, what is the units digit of the... Daniel? 0 is the correct answer. Nice job. So we have a score now of 3 to 0. And the 4th question is, Juan has $2.70 in dimes and quarters. He has twice as many dimes as quarters. How many coins does Juan have? All right, Howard and Aaron are not even writing. They're just leaving it up. Okay, Daniel, what do we think? 18 is the correct answer. All right, so Daniel and Aaron will go on to our finals. Kira and Howard, thank you for participating. We'll have you leave the stage right now, and then we'll bring up our other 2 semifinalists. So you guys want to come on up? Jeff is our other competitor who did come to the national competition last year. Last year the competition was in Washington, D.C. We tend to oscillate between Washington, D.C. and Disney. And I heard Raytheon's name mentioned at the beginning of this presentation. They are a major sponsor of the MathCounts Foundation as well. So we appreciate their support in enabling us to go to these awesome places for our national event. All right, so now that you're back up here, Jeff, why don't you go ahead and try your buzzer real quick. All right, Jeff's works, and Aiden's work. Nadim, go ahead and let's make sure it works. It works, okay. Go ahead, Kathleen. All right, so we've got all of our buzzers working, and we are ready for our semifinal match, second one. And the question is, how many integers n satisfying 300 is less than n is less than 400 have the product of their digits equal to 0? Yes, Aiden. 19 is not the correct answer. Jeff? 18 is the correct answer. Nicely done. All right, so we have a score of 1 to 0 with Jeff in the lead. I'm sorry, Jeff and Kathleen in the lead. And we will go on to our next question, and our next question is, when the positive integer n is divided by 90, the remainder is 1. 3 is the correct answer. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, so we have Aiden with a score of 1, Jeff with a score of 1, and we will go on to our third question, which is, the product of 30% of 2x and 20% of x is what percent of x squared?
12.
Aiden, yes, 12 is the correct answer. Nice job. It's tough because I'm seeing Jeff and Aiden going at the same time here. All right, so we have a score of Aiden 2, Jeff 1. Again, it's the first to 4. Our next question is, the set of consecutive odd integers from -3 to n inclusive has a sum of 60. What is the, Jeff? 15 is the correct answer. Good job. So we have a score of 2 to 2. We will go on to our next question, and that question is, what is the value of the quantity 2 plus 4? Aiden? 50 is the correct answer. Nice. Aiden, could you just explain how you got that so quickly?
Okay, so you can break it down into 2 minus 1 plus 4 minus 3 all the way to 100 minus 99. And there's 50 of those, and each one's 1, so it's 50.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that. All right, so we have a score of Aiden with 3, Jeff with 2, and we will go on to our next question, and that question is, what is the largest positive integer with the property that none of its digits divide any of its other digits? Jeff. Okay, time. Seconds. Aiden?
9875.
That's close. I'm sorry, the answer is 98,765. So, who had that? The coach. The coach had it. All right. So we still have a score of 3 to 2. We will go on to our next question. That question is, what is the remainder when 90 factorial is divided? Aiden? 0 is the correct answer. Nicely done. All right, so Aiden and Nadim have won this semifinals. I'm going to thank Jeff and Kathleen. Thank you guys for coming up. We'll bring our other semifinal winners up. All right, so here comes Daniel. We've got Daniel. All right, we're going to go rogue a little bit on this because this is for a laptop and we've got some extra time. So we're going to go with 5 questions correct. You got to get 5 correct. All right, so Aiden and Daniel, we ready? All right, Aaron and Nadim, we're ready? Okay, here we go. The finals. First question. If there are no ties, oh, okay, Daniel? 6. 6 is the correct answer. All right, so we will not be running out of time. Good job, Daniel. Okay. The second question of the matchup. How many liters of water must evaporate from 50 liters of a 25% salt solution to result in a 50% salt solution?
25.
Aiden. 25 is the correct answer. Aiden ties it up. All right, so we have a score of 1 to 1. Going on to question number 3. What is the largest prime divisor of Aiden?
17.
17 is the correct answer. Good job. All right, so we have a score of 2 to 1. Going into our fourth question, that question is, 10 years from now, David will be twice as old as he was 10 years ago. How old is David now? Daniel?
30.
30 is the correct answer. All right, so we are neck and neck here. We've got a score of 2 to 2. Going on to question number 5. I was hoping we get this. I like this question. If 3 woodchucks could chuck 600 pounds of wood in 5 days, how many pounds of wood could a woodchuck chuck in 1 day, Daniel?
40.
40 pounds is the correct answer. Nice. All right, so we have a score of 3 to 2 with Daniel in the lead. Again, we need to get 5 answers correct to have a winner. The next question is, Michael writes down all of the positive integers from 119 to 158. How many times, Daniel?
14.
14 is the correct answer. All right, so we have Daniel with 4. We have 2 points over here, so there's plenty of time. We're gonna get into it. We gotta get into it now though. All right, the next question is, Ava repeatedly rolls 2 standard 6-sided dice and records each resulting sum. Daniel?
11.
11 is the correct answer. So Daniel and Aaron are our big champions of our Dell countdown round event. May I ask Howard Elias to come on up and present our winner with his amazing Dell laptop. Aaron, this is your big day. This is like big time here. All right. So Daniel, come on over. We'll have the official presentation. There you go.
Congratulations on your very impressive win. Give me your phone number so I can call you. I also said to ask him to give me his phone number so I can hire him one day.
I do want to thank also our coaches, if you guys would mind just standing up for a round of applause. Thank you. All right, and thank you to the parents and everyone who got the kids here. We appreciate it. Dell, thank you for this opportunity. If anyone has any questions about MathCounts, I'd love to talk to you about it. We also have a booth right in the exhibit hall. And I think that's it. We stayed on time. Awesome. You guys are super fast, so that worked out. Have a great afternoon. Good job, Jen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job.
Are you kidding me? I mean, they didn't tell me this would be an exercise in humility. I'm not often speechless, but I am this time. I mean, seriously, what just happened? Hashtags? When did hashtags end up in math equations? Exclamation points? I literally have no idea. The formulas are like yelling at me. I did not understand a thing of what just happened. All I know is MIT, if you're not here, they need to be, because those kids are incredible. Can we give them one more round of applause? I seriously don't know what just happened. I don't know how much money I had for lunch, or how much I spent on ice cream, or what woodchucks are doing. I'm completely flabbergasted.